Hi everyone, I am Bianca Kate Miranda, and the two gentlemen next to me are.
I'm Jufferel B. Sumerano.
So, hi guys! I'm Christian Bataluna.
Without further ado, let's start the presentation.
Roofs are designed to withstand an impressive onslaught of extreme weather, while they are designed for rough conditions, and the following conditions includes the following. This is the rain, the hail, the snow, and even the daily exposure to the sun. These conditions or these situations will eventually degrade even the toughest roofs. When this happens, penetrations and even the small leaks will let in moisture, and that will cause damage. In some cases, these damages will come up with the result that you will need a new roof. To solve this issue with roof sealant, you can make or do protect and repair your roof in an easier and affordable task. Roof sealant serves in two main purposes. This is to protect and repair your roof. Thus, roof sealant provides a protective seal against moisture and exposure to the sun. And the important part for this is that roof sealant seal or cover up the minor leaks before these leaks causes a serious damage. On the contrary, hole formation coming from the environmental conditions, and the following condition includes the hails, the damages from the insects, the damages from the typhoons and the winds. Structural damages are inevitable if there are serious and long-standing roof leaks. That means a good chunk of deteriorated ceiling can damage anything underneath is the main problem for this. If the researcher's study will be given a chance to be successful by this, it enables them to develop a efficient, organic, and inexpensive roof sealant that can be used and bought by a large number of people, most especially those who are frequently visited by heavy rains and typhoons, though those who don't have enough money and resources to seal their roof leaks. The study was intended to make an alternative roof sealant out of breadfruit, Articarpus atilis latex, the liquid glycerin, and the baking soda. This is to test the capability of baking soda and repelling bad odor, examine the results of the latex and the baking soda, and the last one will be analyzing whether it is or if it is good for roof sealing and repelling the bad odor. Researchers' study will have a fortunate result. This will eventually yield into the result that the breadfruit Artocarpus atilis latex has an effect in the roof sealing, and the null hypothesis will be accepted if it is proven that the breadfruit Artocarpus atilis latex has no effect or isn't effective in roof sealing. The alternative roof sealant that the researchers has proposed is a mixture of breadfruit Artocarpus atilis latex, the liquid glycerin for viscosity, and the baking soda for the repelling of the bad odor. That is all for the chapter 1 introduction.
This is our research objective. So, this study is intended to make an alternative roof sealant out of breadfruit tree or the Artocarpus altilis, baking soda, and liquid glycerin. Especially, this study aims to carry the following. First, this study is to intends to create a resourceful alternative roof sealant using the latex of breadfruit tree or the Artocarpus altilis as a main material for making the product. Second is test the roof sealing capacity of the latex of the breadfruit tree or the Artocarpus altilis. Third, test the capability of the baking soda in repelling bad odor. Fourth one is examine the result of the latex and baking soda. And last, analyze the result if it is good for roof sealing or repelling bad odor.
This research study can benefit the following individuals: students, teachers, children and workers, etc. Today, because of the pandemic, they are staying at homes doing their tasks, homeworks, and more other things. And more importantly, there are more typhoons coming to the Philippines. And to prevent from getting wet of their house homework and even their works, it's best to seal the hole in the roof by using our alternative roof sealing product.
If we're going to start with the literature review, we're going to deal first with the main material of the study, which is the breadfruit tree. The generic name of the breadfruit tree comes from the Greek word artus, that means bread, and carpus, that means fruit. And the fruit that were eaten were called breadfruit. That was according to Jonas 2011. It is said in the Collins Dictionary that breadfruit tree comes from the family of mulberry, and it is known as Muraceae. According to Science Direct, breadfruit tree is the important source of significant nutrients and a good palatable foods. The nutrients include the following: magnesium, potassium, niacin, omega-3, omega-6, phosphorus, iron, energy, copper, vitamin A and C, high in carbohydrates, high in antioxidants, and many more. Breadfruit tree also have been proven in any articles that it is very useful in treating illness just like arthritis, diabetes, lung cancer, heart problems, and many more. It is said that breadfruit tree ranges a height of 15 to 20 meters. That was so high. And its trunk ranges between 60 to 120 centimeters in diameter. It produces branches 4 meters above from its base. The bark is smooth. The crown is in conical in shape, and the leaves are in alternate. The dark green leaves are in the upper side, and the light green leaves with the reddish, hairy veins are in the downward side. The most important part of the breadfruit tree will be the latex, since this will be the part of the tree that the research is going to be utilizes. It is said that the latex comes from the cells of the plant, and it comes from the family of Asilpiatidae and others from the family of Apocynaceae, and also from the family of Euphorbiaceae, Papaveraceae, Muraceae, Asteraceae, and etc. The next one will be the glycerine. The glycerine will be used as for viscosity. It is said in Collins Dictionary that a glycerine is a thick, sweet, and odorless liquid that were used in making medicine, explosives, and serves an antifreeze for cars.
Baking soda is an alkaline compound that when combined with acid will produce carbon dioxide gas. It is used in our study to lessen the smell of our breadfruit latex. Roof is covering in the top of the building serving to protect against rain, wind, sunlight, and snow. And many roofs are produced today in the market. For example, flat, pitch, curve, vaulted, domed, or combinations, as dedicated by technical, economic, or aesthetic considerations.
So, roof sealants according to modernized home services. Roof sealants are added to your roof to extend its life expectancy. Sealing our roof provides an extra layer or coating that can help prolong damage from extreme climates and other outdoor elements. Sealants are especially useful for roof types that collect water, such as flat roofs. It can also be used on other angled roof types as they age to protect from long-term damage. According to Michael Joseph Giras, roof sealant composition may be applied by rolling, brushing, troweling, or spraying.
The processes of making and testing the product are collection of breadfruit latex. The collection of breadfruit latex is from the breadfruit trees and waiting for 2 days to have a good amount of breadfruit latex for making the product. Next is the formation of roof sealant with baking soda and glycerin. Baking soda and glycerin is mixed with breadfruit latex to make a solution for the product. Next is the supplementation of roof sealant. Two kinds of roof is prepared for the supplementation. One roof is a flat roof and the second is a curved roof. Each roof have 5 centimeter hole, which is also the same with the other one. And 2 roofs are applied with our alternative roof sealing product and wait for 2 minutes to completely dry and cover the hole in the roof. Evaluation of the breadfruit latex and alternative roof sealant. The effectiveness of the roof sealant is evaluated by the sip-through resistance of the product. To observe the sip-through resistance of the product, 2 papers are put in the same beneath the roof and showered with water. If there is no droplets or signs of getting wet, then we can say that the roof sealant is effective.
To explain the researcher's research phase, we have to deal first with the planning of the research study. In the planning of the research study, you must do the following. You should have a clear discussion together with your group mates via email, or this should be done through group chat. Since we aren't allowed to meet personally, because of the global health crisis that we are experiencing right now, we have created our own group chat, and which we are all presented in there, and there we have to point out or reply our ideas, thoughts, and opinions that can help our research study. The second one for this is to specify the formulated research problems, the purpose, and its research question. The third and the last for this phase is to write the introduction. The introduction includes the background of the study, the significance, and its objectives. The research phase of the planning of the research study was done on 11th November on the year 2020. The second phase, the literature search and review, or known as the related review of literature. In this phase, we have to conduct a more substantial review and search for more information that can help your study. Make sure that the information you've searched is related to your study. And you should develop a theoretical framework. All of this were done on 23rd of February in the year 2021. This is the research design and planning. Underneath this is you have to design an experimental setup. That is the only thing written in here. And this was done on 11th March on 2021. In the data collection and preparation, you should make sure to conduct controlled experiment. Make sure to observe and write down necessary data. You should perform more trials to ensure more reliable research, and have your materials prepared and other apparatuses that are of good use to the conduction of your study. This was made to be done, or it was done on 15th in April on the year 2021. In the data analysis, observing the water seep-through resistance of the roof sealant is a must. and study the given data of observations too. It was made to be done on 23rd in April in the year 2021. For the writing and oral defense, completion of the requirements for writing is must, presentation and listening for feedbacks, and the last one will be the oral presentation of research proposal. This was made to be done today, and it is July 7th in the year 2021. For the last phase, this will be the revision. The only thing that you must do for in this is to have or to get the final decision from the advisor and the correcting of the flaws of the study. This was made to be done after the oral defense or oral presentation of the research proposal. And the date of 8 in July 2021.
First, the breadfruit tree. It is accessible. Next is the liquid glycerin, 10 ml, and it costs 65 pesos. The researchers will need 10 ml of glycerin to formulate the viscosity of the breadfruit tree latex. Also, the Bostik Volcasil, one of it, and costs 79 pesos. The researchers will need this in order to have a positive control group. So, here are the equipments. 1 plastic container. It is accessible. 3 pieces of paper. Accessible. And 1 strainer. Also accessible. And 1 beaker. Available at school labs. So, the total cost, all in all, is 159 pesos.